Okay, we had a new arrival in yesterday's mail from BRM. It's the 240Z. Very nice car. Lots of details. Yeah, there was a sticker on top here somewhere too. Oh, here it is. If I can get it out. Yeah. The BRM slot car sticker. We'll find some place for that. It's 124 BRM 240Z. Metal chassis. It's got independent front wheels. Each wheel has its own short axle, and it's adjustable 30 screws. Let me pull the body off this, we'll get a look at it. This is my second BRM. I bought the Camaro black version Trans Am car about 2 years ago. I've been trying to buy Trans Ams from them since, and they haven't been able to get the parts to complete them, I guess. These bodies that come off a little differently than most slot cars. Just loosen these screws, these outside screws a little bit. I think you just spread the body. Yep. And they come out like that. Just these 4 screws here. Just loosen them up a little. It's a very lightweight interior. Weighs next to nothing. But it's pretty nicely detailed on the inside. The driver's painted up good. You can see the gear shift, steering wheel, gauges on the dash, fire extinguisher. So it's kind of neat. Well, these chassis, as I said, they're metal, and they have a lot of adjustment. This has got a little bit of float there between this body pan that the motor sits on and the outer chassis bit that the body attaches to. And you can adjust this to give it more if you feel like it needs it. You can see it moving there. I like the detail to the cars. They're very nice, and once you mess around with them a little, they run good. My Camaro Black took me probably a year before I was happy with the way it ran on my Carrera track. One thing that I don't particularly like about BRMs for Carrera track is I don't feel like the guide is deep enough. If you compare it to like scale auto cars or even Carrera cars, this guide is a little shorter. Doesn't go deeply into the slot. I think it would run better with a deeper guide. I may try to put a scale auto or a Frankenslot or some Slot Invasion on there and try it. As I said, it took me a while to get the Camaro to run so that I liked the way it ran. It took me a while. And I greased this up and oiled it yesterday. Took it apart like this, put it on the track, and it probably took me an hour to get it to complete a lap on my track. Kept messing with it. I think it turned out to be the braids were not, as you can see, they're very small, the braids. The braids are not splayed out enough. Eventually I got it to complete a lap. Now it runs fine. But of course, as always happens, it would stop running in a place on the track that I can't reach. So I had to send a rescue car or get the reachers out to get it. But like I said, now it seems to run okay. I weighed it, and it is significantly lighter than any of my other cars. It only weighed 130 grams. My next closest cars to that are the Cobra that I built and the Gremlin X that I built. The BRM Corvette right now is 198 grams, but I also added a little weight to that to help it run better. The Carrera cars are all 100 grams or more heavier. The Scale Auto cars are about 25 to 30 grams heavier. The 262 Carrera exclusive Corvettes are 60 grams heavier. Kind of interesting. It's a very light car. Hey, I'll put you up here on the tripod and run a couple laps with it. Just give me a minute. Okay, here we go. We'll run a few laps. I think it needs some front wheel adjustment. Kind of sounds like the front wheels might be thudding a little bit. So see if I can adjust those, maybe get them a little more off the track. I've rolled several cars in my time. Nice little car. I'll mess around with it some more, do some lap times, but I think maybe these front wheels might be touching the track too much. I have to see if I can raise them up a little. I can hear like a thud, and I'm wondering if it's them. Like I said, they're independent. They've got their own axles, so you can adjust each side. Nice little car. I'll let you know how I make out with it. Thanks, guys.